Hey guys, welcome to Sovereign Self Monday. To be honest, I wasn't quite sure that I was able to be here today, but as it turns out, I am. The thing is that my son got sick last night during the night, and so my husband and I had to change and reschedule everything on our day to be at home one after another with him. And well, I must say that I'm still recuperating from that. I had all these plans for today and I had to basically shift a large part of that. The thing is that it made me think about the concept of following the flow in a day and just being in the flow and not struggling so much to get things done, but to follow whatever is there, for the taking. To just say that. And today what was for the taking for me was a day to be with my little boy, and also be a day to do some of those things that you never really do, right? Like administration and administration basically for me. So when I was thinking about that, I did want to do Sovereign Self Monday today with you guys. It was pretty clear that I wanted to talk to you about being in the flow. But the thing with the flow, for me at least, is that it's pretty hard, right? It's not that easy to just follow the flow, because the flow tends to be so out of control. And I don't know for you guys, but for me that can be a challenge. So it made me think. And I remembered a certain practice that I learned when I was studying with Alan Seal of the Center for Transformational Presence, my teacher in my coaching practice. And I remembered a thing that we did in his training, and it's called push against or flow with. And instead of explaining it to you, I think it's really nice to just experience it. So I want to experience it. I want to do it for you, and then so you can experience it. So okay, so let's get started. It's quite simple. Just for a second, imagine a challenge that you have, something that you're struggling with, a problem. Can be in your private life, can be in your professional life, in your leadership, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Take something, and then close your eyes and imagine that challenge or that problem floating out in front of you. And try to imagine yourself pushing against that image or that thing that is floating out in front of you. Push against it. And experience what it is like for you to push and to try to make that challenge of that problem float in a certain direction or towards a certain solution. Okay, so be aware of what it makes you feel like. And then shake off that energy and shift towards a different perspective, towards the perspective of flowing with the potential of that challenge or situation. Just imagine being with that challenge that you just have floating out in front of you, and asking what the highest potential is in that challenge, and allow that highest potential to materialize or offer you some ideas, or to show you what the highest potential in this challenge is. Experience how you respond to that. What is this potential doing with you? Maybe you can think about or imagine for yourself how you could use this potential, how you can work with this potential. And again, just like you did earlier, feel what it is like to be with this potential. And compare it to how you felt when you were just experiencing pushing against that challenge towards a certain solution, something that you wanted to create. And so that's it, that's all. And I'm curious, of course, now how it was for you, how that difference felt. When I do that practice, and when I did it today, I realized how much lighter it is to follow the potential in a challenge, and challenging situation than it is to push against the challenge towards a certain solution, or a specific solution, I should say. It feels lighter, it feels easier, it feels more fun. When I did it this morning, new things came up. It was different than I in my rational mind had imagined that it could be. I was actually doing this with a book. I still have this idea of writing a book, and I imagined the book floating out in front of me, and I saw myself pushing against the book towards publishing and towards being done, and everything. It felt really heavy, it felt very negative, and I didn't at all feel like writing the book. And then when I invited the potential to show itself, I saw this book sort of magically open itself, and those pages sort of like how do you call that? Like the book opened, it was flying on its cover, and the leaves, they were just floating by in this very light-hearted energy. And it felt so much easier to at least get started and to just write without the specific outcome of publishing the book or having it be a success or whatever. It was just fun to do it. So that's it. That's the practice that I wanted to share with you today. Push against or flow with, designed by Alan Seal. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great week, and I'll see you next week. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer in this video, just let me know by posting them in my Instagram feed or sending a message, and I hope to see you next week. Ciao!